Hello to all my lovely subscribers. Welcome to your 2023 yearly reading. This is a general yearly reading for you. If you would like to purchase a yearly reading, a yearly projection for 2023, you can follow the link to my website and book that reading from there. It is a reading that is available. It's a special offer. So it's available for you to purchase until the end of January 2023. So if you're interested in having your yearly projection, make sure you get in and book that reading before the end of January 2023. Hello, my lovely Gemini. Welcome to your yearly 2023 reading. This is a general reading for you, Gemini, reading for Gemini Sun, Rising and Moon sign. If you would like your own personal yearly projection, you can book that reading via my website. It is available till January, the end of January 2023. So if you're wanting a yearly reading, then make sure you book that reading before the end of January 2023. My lovely Gemini, my regular subscribers know about the yearly reading. For new subscribers, I create a 12-card spread, one card for each month, and then I use a second deck to get more information and detail for you, understanding that this is the energy that's coming through for you month by month for 2023, so that you know when to plan, when to set goals, when to chill out, take a break, and when to forge ahead and take action. So let's create this 12-card spread for you, my lovely Gemini. Hope you're all faring really well. There we go. So let's have a look at what's in store. January of 2023. It's a time of transition. There's movement. So you're either on a holiday, crossing water, going to other lands, traveling. There is also a rethinking about where you are and this transition, or you're moving from one situation to a new situation. Now that can be in the way you're thinking, your expectations. It can be physically, you're moving jobs, house, relationship, whatever it is. But you're going from one way of being to a new way of being. There's a lot, and you're taking with you what you have learned. And that is for some of you what you've studied. So you're going from a place of studies to a work environment. For some of you, it's just the obstacles, the situations that you've been through, what you've learned. You're taking that wisdom with you and making that transition or moving to a new way of being, a new place. And that's going to be, that change, that shift is actually very, very positive. It's going to see you in a better place, in a new way of thinking. You've got the Empress here. Now, where you're going to is going to be outstanding, you know, and that is even mentally, you know, your attitude, the changes that are coming about. If you're relocating, if you're getting a new job, you've got the Empress here. This is rebirth. This is the birth of a child. This is abundance. This, if you're moving from where you work environment and starting your own business, absolutely fortuitous month to do that. The Empress is saying to you, there is a lot of growth, there is a lot of abundance, there's a lot of goodness. This is an amazing card to get for January, especially when you've got this guide, you're being guided to make these changes. Whatever those changes are for you, they're going to have very, very positive results come out of that. That's in January. In February, you've got the Nine of Swords, your dreams. You're going to have very broken sleep, a very active dream life. You're going to have inspirational thought. Your guides are going to be communicating with you. So there's, you know, for those of you that are going to be astral traveling, my lovely Gemini, even getting inspirational thought or ideas via your dreams, I feel like your sleep will be broken. So Get as much rest as you can. Pay attention to your dreams. Good month to have a dream journal, because there's going to be a lot of messages that are coming through for you. A lot of thoughts, new ideas. They're telling me here, set the intention, my lovely Gemini. So before you fall asleep, ask your question. Set the intention. You might not get a message that night, but you will get a message that will come through for you at some point, you know, through the week or in other ways. It might not come through your dreams. It might come through hearing something on TV, reading something, overhearing a conversation, in lots of different ways. Synchronicities, blah, 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 blah. Synchronicities come through in a lot of different ways. You've also got the Queen of Wands. So there's strength that comes out of this, my lovely Gemini. There's a strength that comes out of these dreams. There's a strength that comes out of this inspirational thought, synchronicities, astral traveling, messages that you're getting. You get this strength that comes from that. Play your cards close to your chest. Be guarded. Follow your dreams. Follow your life's purpose. There's a confidence that exudes from you. It's just coming out of every pore. You're feeling very, very confident. Also protective. So you're protective of, it could be protective of your children, your family, or your parent, or your ideas. This business that you're trying you want to start, or a promotion you want to go for, or a study you want to start, whatever it is, a book you want to write, whatever it is, it's about being protective as well. But a lot of that automatic handwriting is coming through for some of you as well. Automatic handwriting, they're just telling me here, being protective. You don't have to blah, blah, blah to everyone. Just do what you need to do. That's February. Oh, exciting month. March, you've got this, you know, the 10 of Cups. March, it's to do with family. It's to do, and, you know, I say family. Family can also be friends. Friends can be family. You know, wherever there is a love connection, but you're feeling very safe, very secure. There's a lot to do with people that you love. It's feeling secure in where you are, feeling loved in where you are, feeling confident that this is where you want to be. For some of you, there's a marriage or an engagement there that's going to give you that feeling, or a birth of a child. There's an extension of the family that just brings you home. There's a sense of being home and being loved and being fulfilled and being emotionally balanced. So I really like March. It's a really, what are they saying? They're using the word cozy. It's a really cozy month. It's a really cozy month for you, which I like. And you've also got the Page of Wands, which is an opportunity to consider what's important, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, planning, setting goals, goal setting. So there's goal setting to do in a loved or a family environment. New goals. Is it buying a new house, new property, moving, deciding to have children, deciding to get married? There's goals being set here. There's goals and planning that's being set, that's going to bring much joy, much happiness and stability to you. I like that in March. I like the month of March for you. You're going to really enjoy that. And then you've got April. And in April, you've got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Coins. This is about you working towards a project. You're working towards something. Maybe they're the goals that you set in March that you're starting to work towards in April. It's something that's not going to happen overnight. You know, this person's building a cathedral. To build a cathedral, you're using your skill, your knowledge, your craftsmanship. You're building strong foundations, and it takes time to build what it is you want to build. So there's nothing that you're going to be doing in a hurry, but it's something that you're going to start, and you're going to ensure that it's built on solid ground. You're using all your skills, your craftsmanship, your knowledge to build this I'm hearing empire, your empire. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want to build? What do you want to work towards? It could be a life's work. It could be something that's going to take a couple of years or a few years. It's not something that's going to be instant. It's something that you're going to build towards. If it's a business you're starting, understand that it's going to build gradually, but it will get there. It will be very, very grand. No, I've got to get the second card. I'm just looking outside. There's a big storm brewing. Big storm brewing, Gemini. Stirring things up. That's no coincidence for you either. Synchronicity. Things are going to be stirred up for you. And then you've got in April, you've got the Magician. Things are going to be stirred up for you. Create, create, create. Build. Don't hold back. Manifest and create and work towards the future and the reality that you're wanting. Build towards that future. Build towards that reality. Work towards it. It's yours to manifest, to create. I love that. In May, you've got decisions to be made, choices and decisions to be made that you don't make in a hurry. You don't make them standing on your feet spontaneously. It's about researching it, collecting your information, collecting your data, being protective. You know, you've got armor here. So really not being rushed into making choices and decisions, but making them gradually, making them when you're ready to make them, making them when you're sure-footed, make them when you've given it a lot of thought. Make them when you've given it a lot of thought. You know what you want. You know what you want to create. You know what you want to create. You've got the King of Pentacles. Prosperity is yours. Success is yours. Don't be rushed into decisions because you're going to get the results that you want. Once you've made those decisions, see, I also feel like in May, once you've made those decisions, it's time to act. It's time to move forward. It's time to get things done. It's almost like, okay, let's get things done. Let's get things going. Let's get things into gear. Then you've got June. June, you're going to want some time out. It's like, oh, I need some time out. I need to slow things down. I need to get things organised. You might want a holiday. You might want some time out. I've got to go and close my window because I think we're going to have a hailstorm. Okay, my lovely Gemini, I've battened down the hatches. Let's continue with your reading. Now that's synchronicity for you. You know that this has happened in your reading. It's about expect the unexpected. I want to say to you, expect the unexpected. And I feel like it's going to be April, May, June. Expect the unexpected. And that's not always a bad thing. But there's things that are going to catch you by surprise. So it's about being flexible. It's about if something's not working, come up with something else. Okay, it's where they're also telling me here, where you think you'll be may not be where you're going to be. So something's going to sweep you off your feet and you're going to be in some other place, some other location. In that 3-month window, I want to say to you. Then you've got June. And in June, it's about, I feel like there's some sort of time out. You know, you're needing some rest. So you're either feeling a bit flat, you just want to be on your own, read a good book, sit under a tree, go away for a short break or go for walks on your own. It's about just slowing things down, but it's also important that that also gets rid of distractions so that you can think clearly, you can think for yourself, you can really process. So you're really needing some time out here in June. That's going to be very important. So it's time out in June. I want to say to you, yes, because there's some sort of shift that's happening here. You're going from where you see. This is what I said to you. I love the way they do this with the synchronicities. It's about you thinking you're going to be in one place, but you find yourself somewhere else. So there's some sort of shift, some sort of movement. You're going from one situation to a new situation, which is going to be a better situation. There's a great improvement here. You are protected. You know, look at this boat. The water's very calm, and the swords around you is your knowledge. what you've learned, your past skills, and you take that with you into this new situation. So there is a lot to do with thoughts, a lot to do with thinking, but you might change the way you're thinking to bring about better change around you. But it could also be physically moving, physically moving from one situation to another and traveling through. You're guided. You are also very guided. So there's some sort of shift, some sort of change that's coming in here for you, either physical, mental, emotional, but it's going to be good. Ultimately it's going to be good for you to have that change, have that transition. I like it. Then you've got July, and in July you've got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is anything that comes up for you in July, anything that is there for you, that is you perceive as a block, as I've got to deal with this. It's fine. I don't feel like they're big things, because anything that crosses your path, anything you have to deal with, you deal with great success. There is success around anything that comes up, and think, oh, I've got to deal with this. It could be, I've got to leaky tap, or I've got to service the car, or I've got to do, who knows, but whatever it is that comes up, it's going to be that sort of month of, one thing after another. If it doesn't rain, it pours. It's like, I've got to fix this, oh gosh, and here's this, the other thing I have to deal with, and I have to deal with something else. They're little things, they're everyday things. It's called life, and you deal with it beautifully, you deal with it really well. So anything that comes up for you, and I feel like July is going to be that sort of month where things come up that need your attention, but you deal with it, and you do it well, You've also got the Seven of Wands. It's a lot, twice, which is really interesting. You got it twice, so it's going to be, yeah, okay. They look different, but they're the same sort of thing. There's success here. You rise above anything that comes in, that you need to deal with, that crosses your path, that comes up for you to deal with. You deal with it beautifully, and it's meant to be, because it sort of helps with this change that's coming in around you. It develops your ability to deal with these things, but I just feel like July might be a bit of a tedious month, but that's okay. You get through it. It's just called life. It's life, I don't feel like there's anything untoward or dire there. But there's a lot that you're learning as well. You might learn a lot about other people where, things aren't working out, and they leave it to you to sort it out, and you think, oh, well, there you go. I thought that they were there to support me and to help me, and I'm needing to deal with this, or it's also to do with the home environment. Where are you responsible for getting the plumber and fixing a drippy tap, and getting someone to mow the lawn, and getting someone to do? Is that left to you? It brings in this awareness for you in July. Oh, hey, hold on a minute. What is everybody else doing? Why do I get to do all of this? So it could be this rearrangement of duties, of roles, of what people are doing, so that you're not burdened with it all on your own. Could be that awareness as well. So I don't feel like it's anything major in July, Then you've got August. In August, it's karmic. August is a very karmic month. There's connections to be made. There's either karmic connections to be made with a significant other, so a commitment, a wedding, an engagement, an anniversary, a strengthening of a relationship. It could be a new relationship someone that you meet that is significant to you and your love life, your relationship. It could also be significant friendships, and people that you meet are going to be very opportune. They are karmic. They're going to be people that you meet in August that are meant to be in your life for this particular part of the journey, or maybe for a lifetime. But you're going to meet people and think, oh, wow, I really feel drawn to that person. I really feel like I have a strong connection to that person. They're going to be significant. They're going to play a significant part in your life. So there's the meeting of a significant other or significant people in your life. it's a karmic month, but I also feel like that's got to do with it's also got to do with situations, not just people, but also situations. There's a lot of learning, I want to say to you. It's quite significant. What have you got here? Justice. Yeah, justice. Karmic again. The balancing of karma. You're going to reap what you've sown. There is this this impartial balance. You know, karma is very impartial, but it could also be the signing of legal documents. It could be something to do with the law that's coming up for you in August as well. So it could be signing a lease, a contract, settlement, I don't know, something to do with, you know, purchasing a home, purchasing something significant. There's something to do with the law as well here. And that doesn't have to be negative. It can also be positive, but that's, you know, and it's also to do with the balancing of karma as well. Interesting month. Got a couple of interesting months there. And then you've got September. September, you've got the star. The star is asks you to wish upon a star. What is it that you're desiring? What do you want to create? But it's also about, stars are up high, seeing some situation holistically, seeing something in a different light, in a different perspective, having a look at the whole picture, being flexible. So you might be pursuing something in a particular direction and it's not working. Okay, so how else can I do this? How else can I achieve what I want to achieve? A change in perspective, a guiding light. I'm hearing here. It can also be a guiding light. So you will be guided in your decision making, in what's coming up around you and how you perceive life, how you perceive others, how you perceive opportunities, what you're wanting to take on and what you're not wanting to take on. That's all going to be very significant. Whoa. Let's see. If you fell out, let's have a look. It's obviously a significant month. Okay, so you're being asked, the Nine of Wands, you're being asked to leave the past behind here. Leave the past behind. Take with you only the wisdom and the action to move forward. And the star is going to help you do that. It's a guiding light. It's a change in perspective. It's seeing the whole picture. What are you needing to release? And whatever it is you're needing to release, there's a lot of wands here. So things are going to happen very quickly in September. And there's celebration here. So it's going to have very, very good results because there's celebrations around you. There's celebrations around you. You've also got the high, these all fell out. You've also got the High Priestess. So there's a very strong sense of intuition. Follow your intuition. Follow your inner guidance. Follow what you're being shown because there's a new start coming up. Look at all these cards that you got for September. So it's going to be an absolutely busy month for you in September that's coming up. There's a new start, a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking, new learning, connection with your higher self and your guides, which there's a lot of success there for you. It's going to help you leave the past behind. That's your guiding light. That's your guiding light. Great month. Month of activity. Month of things to do. I like it. I like that, my lovely Gemini. Wow, busy. There's a lot there. There's a lot there in. So it's almost like the year builds to September. It's going to be quite a significant month for you. October, you've got the Page of Cups. This is about communications via email, by phone calls, by texts, over the wires. There's got a lot to do with communication over water, information coming to you via the internet or emails as well. It's also a new emotional start for you. So I feel like there's some sort of reprogramming, new start that's coming up here for you, new awareness that's coming up here for you, and this real calmness that is there for you, that is around you. I like it. A lot to do with communication over the internet, over the ethers, I want to say to you. Communication over the ethers. Yeah. Communication coming from across the water. Coming from, so that's why the communication's coming over water. over the ethers. That's coming over, communication over water, over long distances that bring opportunities for you. That's in October. There's opportunities that are going to come to you from a distance, over the wires. In September, it's going to be an interesting month of opportunities here for you. So be ready to grab them. Be ready to know yes or no. Okay, be prepared with what you're wanting, what you're wanting to create. In November, you've got the Hangman. The Hangman is going to ask you to look at things in a different perspective. When you're suspended upside down, the world looks different. So don't be fixed with your ideas. Don't be fixed with how you're going to achieve things, but have flexibility. Look at things from other people's perspectives. So November's going to ask you to look at things from other people's perspectives and maintain your balance. So it's not a month of having extreme emotions that colour your vision, colour your decision making. It's about being emotionally calm, not having extreme emotions, and looking at things and analysing things in different ways. Having a look at other people's suggestions. Looking at things from a different perspective. Oh, there we go. The Seven of Cups, yeah. Because it's like, what are your dreams? Your cup floweth, runneth over. There's a lot of plans, a lot of ideas. So there's a lot of planning. There's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of imaginings in November. Keep an open mind. Look at things with a far-reaching perspective. Embracing new things, fulfilling your dreams in November. Then you've got December. In December, you're standing in wisdom, in strength, with great communication, great control of yourself and of where you're moving to and what you're going, not necessarily control of others, but you, what you're learning, what you're doing with your newfound knowledge, what you're doing with the wisdom that you've collected or accumulated over the year, and know how you want to proceed, and know that you'll get to where you're going, because kings are very, very powerful. They're very, very strong, very clear thinking. So you're going to have very clear thinking in December of 2023, knowing exactly where you want to be and what you want to achieve and where you want to go. I like it. I like it. Oh. They're throwing cards at me. Yep, because there's endings. There's endings of the old way. Endings of the old way to herald in the new. So there's going to be endings of old things that are no longer relevant. And so that's where you need this perspective, because things are going to not work out. You perceive they are not working out, but really they are, because you're being guided to release what's no longer needed, to have this new start, to have this new way of thinking, offloading the baggage so that you can move forward into 2024. I really like that. I really like this year ahead for you. I particularly like September. That's going to be action-packed, my lovely Gemini. So I wish you love, light, and many blessings. If you would like to book a yearly reading that's going to be specific to you, then make sure you go to my website and book that reading before the end of January 2023 to ensure that you get in enough time to have that. Love, light, many blessings and joy for 2023.